Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Pokemon Soul Silver. When I last left you guys, we trekked around a little bit in the ruins of Alph, did a puzzle, fell in a hole, you know, the usual stuff. It occurs to me I don't think I have anybody that knows Rock Smash just yet. Well, let me see if I can alleviate that particular problem, considering I have it right here. Did I bring Wooper with me? I don't remember, let's look. Nope, I don't have Wooper, so we're gonna have to go get him. Because I think we're going to make Wooper the designated HM repository. Let's just run back to town real quick. I could have gone one of two different ways, but this way is the way that I'm currently going, so deal with it. Anyway, we're going to grab Wooper just because I like the idea of having the ability to use HMs in the field. That being said, we don't have the ability to use really any of them yet, just Rock Smash. That's the only one we've got a badge for, that being the Zephyr badge. So you can earn the HMs themselves or find the HMs themselves in the field or get them from certain people, and you can use them in battle as normal moves, but until you have a gym badge that is associated with that move, you can't use it in the field to do its field effect. So we wouldn't be able to smash rocks even if we had Rock Smash as a move until we had the Zephyr badge, but we do have it now, so that's fine. The next HM we'll gain access to, I believe, is going to be Cut. And that we'll need the Azalea Town gym badge for, which is actually our next target. We are heading toward Azalea Town next. I'm going to go ahead and teach Rock Smash to Wooper real quick, just because Rock Smash will come in handy. For a number of reasons, Rock Smash, not only does it allow you to traverse certain areas that you otherwise wouldn't be able to traverse, but occasionally you have the ability to encounter Pokemon by using Rock Smash that you otherwise might not have been able to encounter. Let's make sure I've got Pokeballs, by the way. Oh yeah, I got plenty. Okay, we're good. I'm going to take a quick little detour. We're going to head back the way we came outside of Violet City. I want to check out Dark Cave. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but trust me on this. I know what I'm doing sometimes. Now that it's another day that I'm recording, we of course have more apricorn trees that are fruited. They grow very, very quickly, to the tune of they grow every day rather. So let's go ahead and pop on up here to Dark Cave. I don't think, is this the one where you can kind of see a little bit around yourself in this generation? Yes, it is. Okay, and I don't know if you guys saw that really quick, but then that little brief snippet there was actually a Dunsparce hiding in the back of that art. That is because there is Dunsparce to be found in here. And believe it or not, there actually are a couple of different little screens like that when you enter a cave or a dungeon or something. And they will show various different Pokemon that you can catch in that area. So you'll see, I could use the Flash TM that I got from Sprout Tower to make this a lot easier to see in. But quite frankly, I don't want to waste a slot to do it. We're not going very deep into Dark Cave. Mostly because there's not really a lot for me to catch here. Probably not going to be able to do much to this Geodude, so we're just going to swap out and have Chikorita defeat it really quick. Could have Wooper do it. Honestly, though, I might try to catch a different Wooper, or I might just try to catch a different Pokemon altogether for that water slot, because in looking up some stats for Wooper and Quagsire, they're not spectacular. In fact, they're really not even all that good, so I'll probably just keep Wooper around as my HM servant and not much else. It can learn Rock Smash, it can learn Strength, it can learn Whirlpool, Waterfall, Surf, all that stuff, so... I think the best HM servants you can have is a pair that learn all 8 of them. If you can somehow get a Bibarel from Gen 4, so the Beaver, and a Skarmory, the two of them learn all 8 HM moves from Gen 4, which is pretty awesome. Once again, I'm just gonna swap out and get Chikorita. I want to get Ekans up decently level. I'm thinking about keeping Ekans around for some time. I don't know if I'm actually gonna end up replacing him or not, if I'm being totally honest, because I haven't quite thought that far ahead just yet. But that's alright. We'll just take it one day at a time here, or one cave at a time. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck am I doing in here if I'm not actually going to be exploring very deep? Well, there's a couple of things I want to capture, and I might as well do it while I'm here. So, we don't have a Zubat yet, although there's plenty of places to get Zubats. If I can take more than 2 steps without encountering something wild. There's a Zubat right there. It's level 2. I'll probably just throw a quick Poison Sting at it and see if that doesn't put it down low enough. It's going to resist it, but considering I'm 5 levels higher than him, I need a couple of those. Oh, and he's got Leech Life. You know what? Let's try a Wrap instead. See if that makes a difference. It's not very effective. No, you think? Bug, by the way, not super great against poison. That was better. Let's go ahead and try to throw a ball at it real quick. Sadly, as much as I would love to train a Zubat and get Crobat, I've already trained one. I trained one a lot in Generation 2 because there's not a lot of good poison types in this generation, unfortunately. Which is kind of why I still have Ekans lying around, because I'm hoping that it can be somewhat usable in Functionary as a poison type. Poison type not all that useful, unfortunately, as I believe I mentioned before, in anything before Generation 6, because, well, it's not good against anything. It's good against grass. But most grass-type Pokemon that you encounter are also part poison, meaning that the poison isn't actually even good against them, it's just neutral. So we get ourselves a Zubat for the Pokedex. Gets added to our party, too. So we're going to... There's water in here, by the way, too. We're going to drop down here a little bit and go to this rock smashable rock that I want to get to. That is a level 2 Geodude and not really worth my time. So we're just going to intimidate it and run away. It'd be too scared to follow us. That's the idea, right? So if I plop down here real quick, more water. Here we are. These are some smashable rocks. Go ahead and smashify that one with our adorable little Wooper. And we encounter a Pokemon. Hopefully it's the one I've been looking for. It in fact is. There is a Dunsparce. So, by smashing rocks, you have, I think, a 90% chance to find Dunsparce in Dark Cave. If you're just walking around in the cave on the floor and encountering wild Pokemon and not smashing rocks, it has like a 1% chance to show up. So if you want to try to find a Dunsparce, then this is your best bet, is by smashing a rock. However, there is somebody you can call. I don't remember where you find this particular... Oh, I know where you find him. There's a person outside of Union Cave next to Azalea Town. If you get his phone number, he will periodically call you and let you know, hey, there's a ton of Dunsparce in Dark Cave right now. You should go there and get one. But by capturing one right away from right here, that won't be as big of a problem. We can just get it out of our way, and we won't need to worry about getting that dude's phone number. So that concept of people calling you and telling you about stuff that shows up, that's not normally very common to find. Those are called Pokemon Swarms. And Swarms, there's a few of them in this game. I don't know if they're exclusive Generation 2. I think there's other games that do them. This is the best example, I think. Also the first example. Gen 2 is the first to do it. So, what is a swarm? Well, normally there's stuff like Dunsparce that only has a 1% chance to show up. But certain people that you can call, or can call you rather, will let you know, hey, periodically there's a really greatly increased chance of that Pokemon that's normally really rare showing up en masse and being all over the place. And during that time is when you want to go there and try to capture one. So, Dunsparce is a swarm Pokemon for the Dark Cave here. Yanma is going to be a swarm Pokemon for Route 35, I think. Maybe Route 36. Snubble is a swarm Pokemon on Route 38, I think, outside of Ecruteak. Marill is a swarm Pokemon in Mount Mortar. There's all sorts of them. There's, like, I think, all told, maybe about a dozen different swarm Pokemon that can show up. And in most cases, you can catch the swarm Pokemon without there being a swarm. They're just a pathetically low encounter rate, to the tune of, like, 1%. So we get ourselves a Dunsparce. Dunsparce, by the way, is based off of the Japanese mythical creature, the Tsuchinoko, which, if you watched my Castlevania Aria of Sorrow playthrough, you know what a Tsuchinoko is. So that's what Dunsparce is based on. It's this little flattened, blind worm that is considered incredibly rare, but also incredibly luckied if you find one. Whoops, I didn't mean to jump down right there. Oh, yes, I did. There's an item here. Hey, another free potion. Sweet. I will take it. I think there is, like, a hidden good on the floor here, but we'll come back some other time. Maybe what I can actually... Like I said, I could use the Flash TM to see in here, but I don't want to right now. So we're just gonna... I just came here to catch the Dunsparce and get out, so... Got what we came for. We can move on. There isn't much beyond that rock that I smashed, by the way. There actually is a very heavy boulder that we require strength to move, and we don't have strength yet. We won't get it for some time. So we really can't progress any further in Dark Cave at the moment. and there isn't really much to do in Dark Cave anyway. There actually are two different sides to Dark Cave. If you go in that way, and you manage to go all the way through and exit the other side, you will come out at Route 46, which is just north of Route 29, which is between Cherry Grove and New Barktown. So it actually links up with a couple of different cities. Problem is, you need strength, you need surf, you need flash to get through all of it. And we don't have any of that stuff yet. We have flash, but that's not enough. Alright, so we got ourselves a Dunsparce. I'm going to go ahead and run into the Pokemon Center real quick, and then we'll get back on the road. We're going to head toward Union Cave next. And to get to Union Cave, we have to go through Route 32. There's a fair bit of trainers on Route 32, which is good. I could do with some more battle experience. Maybe take an opportunity to catch some more stuff. I don't know what kind of Pokemon can be found on Route 32, to be honest with you guys. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, Dunsparce actually is a fairly decent Pokemon, believe it or not, in terms of its abilities. It's kind of bland and boring at first, but this one, however, is largely going to be useless to us. It's got lower defenses and higher special, which it doesn't need. And it has a useless ability in Runaway. So, not going to be using Dunsparce, at least not that one. Maybe if I go back and catch another one later, I'll use it, but nope, not that one. And we'll go ahead and deposit Zubat, since we're not using him either. And we'll maintain our current little team here. But there is something I do want to try to capture and use this game, but we'll get there when we get there. And I know it's coming up. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can run around and get while we're here in town as far as goodies or things, but I don't think so. So we're just going to progress onward. So you remember this guy that wouldn't let us through before? Well, he will now. He'll still stop us, but instead he'll actually give us something. We get a Miracle Seed. As he just said, it increases the power of Grass-type moves. So I think what I'm going to do is give that to Chikorita. Miracle Seed. So we're going to let Chikorita hold the Miracle Seed. That will increase the power of Razor Leaf. Not that it needs it. Razor Leaf at this stage in the game is effectively a nuclear warhead. But that's okay. Oh, here we go, a trainer. Yes, fight me. I think I'm pretty tough. Well, I did defeat a level 13 Pidgeotto with an Ekans, so yeah, I am fairly tough, I think. You, youngster Albert, on the other hand here, with your level 6 Rattata, or Rattata. I don't know. I've been saying Rattata since I was a kid. I know it's not the correct pronunciation, but it's really hard to break old habits, especially when you've had them for, you know, more than a decade. So that did not do as much as I was expecting it to. Why don't we go ahead and wrap this sucker? In fact, yeah, let's wrap him first. Haha, you've been wrapped. How is he managing to, like, attack me while I'm having him, like, tied up, quite literally here? Let's see if we can't poison him here. I probably could be using Leer to a greater effect at this point in the game, but he keeps tail whipping me. That's going to be a problem if it keeps up. I'm trying to poison the little sucker, but you know what? Let's go ahead and Leer him real quick. I am slightly faster than him, which is interesting. I didn't think Ekans was all that fast. Certainly not as fast as a Rattata, but those little suckers are quite quick, as you might imagine a rat would be, or a mouse, I suppose, even to that effect. Let's see if this poisons thing does a little bit more here. Oh yeah, that did quite a bit more. That's going to hurt after 3 tail whips. That's okay. This will definitely kill him. Oh, he has quick attack, too. Okay, that was close. Alright, see you later, Ratface. I've been getting fairly lucky so far with this not dying thing. Good thing I'm not doing a Nuzlocke, otherwise I'd have been having heart palpitations at this point. That is a Zubat. I don't think Zubat is capable of doing much in the way of damage to us. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and drop a potion anyway. That I don't know that I have any of. I have 4 potions. Never mind, we're good. This will be exactly 20 hit points for him too, which is nice. Then I'll stop that annoying ringing too. I liked what they did with the newer generations, I think, Gen 6 and onward, where when you reach the red level of hit points, you hear that beeping for a couple times, and then it just stops after that. And it's like, thank you. We really didn't need to have the obnoxious ringing sound the entire time we're battling. Like, come on. Whose idea at Game Freak was that? Because they didn't make it go away until X and Y. Like, give me a break, man. Alright, let's see if we can wrap this sucker. We can't poison him because he's a poison type, and I hurt myself. Ow! I forgot about all those tail whips. Okay, so I think we're just gonna bring out somebody other than Ekans here, since I don't want to have to deal with this right now. Spearow, you're up, buddy. I forgot about the whole my defenses dropped, so I hurt myself even harder, too. It's a commonly overlooked thing, I think, in this game with regards to confusion. It is based on your own attack stat versus your own defense. So if you're like a glass cannon and you get confused, you're in a lot worse way than someone who's like a tanky Pokemon. Let's just Fury Attack this jerk. Or miss. That's cool too. I like missing. Missing's awesome. Super duper fun. So we're gonna have to find something to help deal with these obnoxious status-inducing Pokemon like Zubat here. And honestly, unfortunately, Ekans is not really cutting it in the attack department right now. So unless I find a way to make him quite a bit better, he's probably going to hit the bench as soon as I find something better than him. Something that I haven't used at any rate. Well, he'll get some experience at any rate, and so will Spearow. Spearow needs it, certainly. You're strong. Yeah, I know, right? Imagine that. Even though my Ekans almost died twice. Alright, let's see. What's over here? Pokeball. Well, I don't know what's in it. It is weird that the items that you find lying in the ground look like Pokeballs, but they're not always Pokeballs. Like, do people just leave goodies inside of Pokeballs? Kind of like geocaching sort of situation? Is that what it's all about? Because, honestly, that's a little strange. Alright, enough with the obnoxious ringing sound here. And you don't need to keep playing it once his HP is no longer on screen either, Game Freak. Like, seriously. Not entirely certain where they were going with that, but we're just going to murder this Bellsprout with a peck. Not quite enough, actually, believe it or not. That's surprising. So, I had a revelation. I was looking back on my battle with Falkner last time, and wondering why, when Chikorita used Razor Leaf on it, it was not very effective against him, because flying resists grass. And I remembered that he roosted, and that removes his flying typing. So not only does it remove your flying typing for the purposes of weakness, but also for the purpose of resistance, which is bad news bears in certain situations. Ooh, a Hoppip. I don't have that yet. Why don't we grab one of those? I don't know if Hoppip's any good. I don't think it is. If I recall correctly, it's got abysmal attacking potential, but it is very, very fast. Apparently its niche is as a status inducer and not much more than that. We're going to go ahead and bring Chikorita out just because I don't want to accidentally kill this thing. So we're going to fling a double-resisted Razor Leaf at it. I think Hoppip only knows Splash and Synthesis at this point, which is kind of an odd combination. So it can't hurt you, and all it can do is heal itself. It should double-resist this. Yeah, it didn't do much. Even with a Miracle Seed behind it. Although Miracle Seed only has like a 10% boost to power, so it's not like it's going to be a revelation in terms of hyper-awesomeness. Now, even if I crit, I shouldn't kill it. Alright, that's fine. Actually, I don't even know if it knows Synthesis yet. I thought it maybe got it at level 5, but let's go ahead and capture this little ball of grassy fluff. I love the Generation 6 sprites for Hoppip. When it turns into a little helicopter with its little leaves on its head. That's the best thing ever. Still splashing, huh? Alright, well, that's fine. You do you, man. Drop another Pokeball on him real quick. I don't like that they're breaking out so easily already, and that's really irritating. Of course, I don't have any status-afflicting Pokemon just yet. I've got Poison, but that's not that big of a difference. Sleep is the best thing to use to catch wild Pokemon, because that has the highest multiplier for capture rate when you put something to sleep. So Hypnosis, Spore, Sing, that kind of a deal is what you want. Nope, we're not going to be bothered to keep the Hoppip around for very long, but that's beside the point. So we're going to run over here and potentially talk to the girl on the phone here. Although I could run to the Pokemon Center real quick and heal up, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and heal up Ekans one more time. Keep him around a little bit longer. I'll keep the rest of these potions for the Union Cave when we get there. That being said, we're going to bug this chick on her phone next time. So until that time, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We're going to get in toward Union Cave, hopefully in the next episode, so stick around for that. Until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.